You know, it seems like every day there's a half a dozen new folks that I get to meet down at MarcyJo's who've driven from all across the country just to have breakfast or lunch. And let me tell you, it's worth it. Let's check in down there now and see what's cooking. Y'all come on in. Stay wherever you want.
The other day I met a girl who said she's been wanting to come to our restaurant for breakfast, but unfortunately she's allergic to gluten. And with her diet, she was afraid that she wouldn't have anything here that she could eat at MarcyJo's. So I told her about today's recipe, which has no gluten in it at all. Today we're going to show you how to make our famous Western omelet. And there is no better cook to make a Western omelet than the gal right here, Miss Marcy herself.
Thank you, thank you. I've made a lot of Western omelets.
I know you have.
When we first opened up, that's all. It seemed like everybody wanted Western omelets.
Well, they're so good, and you get quite a helping full.
You do, you really do. They're beautiful. All right, so first I'm gonna start off with some egg. What I did was I took 3 eggs and I just scrambled them up really good. And you wanna get your pan and you wanna spray it really good and get it really hot. I mean, not, you know, burning hot, but really, really hot.
Mm-hmm. That's a good sound.
Yeah.
The eggs start sizzling. Now in this pan, we've gone ahead and put some bacon grease in here, and bacon grease is really what adds that really nice texture and flavor to your vegetables. And the great thing about omelets is that you can add them however you like. However, you can, you know, flavor them however you want. We're gonna make this into our Western, as we said. So we got some green pepper, we have some onion, and some tomato, and then we're gonna add our meats. Now our meats are already pre-cooked, of course, so we have our bacon, some sausage, and some ham. Now, when you have an omelet here, as I mentioned before, this isn't gonna be some little rinky-dink thing. And the other thing that we love to serve with our Western omelets is our home fries. And people go crazy over our home fries. These aren't little potatoes that are frozen and you just throw them in something and heat them up. These are red potatoes that we cut by hand. We have sliced onions, and we fry these babies up, and they are so good.
They are really good. And then also I like to put some garlic and pepper on all my ingredients there.
Good stuff.
And then the egg, while it's cooking, you want to make sure that you kind of just rotate your pan a little bit here. See how I'm doing that? And that way the egg gets spread out more, and it's going to cook more even.
See, I don't do very well making omelets. I know one day for some reason you were out, and I had to be the short order cook. And it was a Saturday.
Yes, I remember that.
And I thought I was going to die because everybody decided to order omelets that day. And I can just tell you, they probably tasted great, but they did not look great. They weren't near as beautiful as yours. So once we get all this stuff together, this is beautiful. Are you ready for me to top this on top of there?
Almost.
Okay.
Actually, let me see your thing there.
Dilly bobber.
Yeah.
Everything that Marcy can't think of a name for in the kitchen becomes a dilly bobber.
It does.
Yeah. So anytime we get a new person in here working for us, or Marcy will say, "Hey, hand me that dilly bobber," and they just look at me like, "What in the world is a dilly bobber?"
See how I've worked the egg throughout all along here, and you just want to kind of make sure the eggs. Yep, and make sure the eggs all cooked. It takes a few minutes because I'm cooking on a smaller burner.
Another thing that we do here too is if you want to if you're watching the amount of cholesterol that you're putting in your diet or the amount of fat, we can always do egg white omelets as well. Yeah. Because there's some people who, you know, they're gonna go ahead and have the homemade bread, and by golly, they're gonna have a sticky bun. Yeah. But they're gonna order an egg white omelet.
Yeah. I've made lots of them too.
Every little bit helps, though. Every little bit helps.
Oh, go ahead.
We ready to pour this on?
And I put some cheese on top of my egg once my egg got cooked too.
And that's just regular cheddar cheese?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're gonna pour your ingredients, all the onion and pepper and sausage and ham and bacon, all on one side. That way it's there on one side.
Is where the magic starts.
And then you gotta give it a few minutes because you want it to get brown. And it takes a few minutes, like I said, because we're cooking on smaller burners, so it takes a few minutes. But doesn't that look great?
It looks amazing. I just can't believe you're gonna be able to flip that flap over.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's a lot of food. So today, we have our taste tester. And we opened the restaurant 6 years ago, and this little guy showed up. He was 4 years old. He came in every Saturday with his grandpa Ralph, and he is here today, and I cannot believe how tall he's gotten. So we're gonna bring him over. Peyton, come on up here, buddy. How are you doing?
Peyton, how are you?
It's so good to see you.
He used to come in, and we'd have a chalkboard over there, and he'd draw on it. Do you remember all that?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You just have grown so much. I just can't get over how tall you got. How old are you now? You're 10.
Wow.
And what grade are you in? Fifth grade. And I understand you like our omelets. Well, why don't you go ahead and taste that omelet and see if this is as good as what you get when you come here with your grandpa. And his grandpa is a farmer, and he lives right across the road by us too. How is that?
Is that good?
You like it? Well, good. Well, take that over there and finish her off. You might want to share some with your grandpa since he brought you here. Thank you, Peyton.
All right,
Wow.
so I flipped it, and then you're gonna top it with some cheese like that, real quick.
That's beautiful.
And then you're gonna grab a plate back here, and then you're just gonna
slide her on.
slide it on there.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's
Look at
gorgeous.
that. That's magic right there, folks.
Well, as you can see, this is our Western omelet
Yep.
by Marcy. Here at Marcy Jo's, where we're changing lives.
One bite at a time.